You're in the rant hole where I rant about whatever my $15 a month plus patrons want me to rant about. This one comes from Samuel Stump, who says, "Make a rant about the legal drinking age. Honestly, you only need one sentence. Old enough to die, old enough to drink. How is it possible that you can be considered an adult, be allowed to go to war and die and kill for your country, and you can't even have a fucking beer? It makes no goddamn sense. Why would the legal drinking age not be, at the very least, at the very maximum, the age at which you are allowed to join the military or allowed to, I mean, just be considered an adult? Like, what the fuck is the point? What arbitrary difference is there between 18 and 21? Like, are you just trying to prevent more college kids from drinking? Because guess what? It ain't working. They're getting the alcohol. They just go to a party where someone there is over 21 and has access, or they're drinking at home. I was drinking before 21 at my house. You know, having parties with my friends and drinking who are under 21. It's not hard to do. I don't know if it significantly curbs the amount of drinking of people in that age range. It just seems like it's just kind of asinine. It's like they're going to do it anyways. I don't think you're that much more mature at 21 than you are at 18. You know, I don't know. Maybe it is helpful. I feel like people having more familiarity with things from a younger age allows them to make better decisions about how they handle those things in their life. I think there's a lot of people who, you know, they don't really have much experience with alcohol until they reach 21, and then they just go fucking ape shit, you know, and like they don't have the time to, you know, get used to it as a part of their lives. Like, instead of, I guess I feel this way about everything in our country that we preach abstinence from. Never preach abstinence. Preach awareness. Preach, how do I control my usage of this thing, you know? Like, if you tell people with sex being a great example, like, oh, just abstinence is the safest way. It's like, nobody's gonna do that. Nobody's going to not fuck. So instead of talking about that, instead of living in a fantasy world, teach them how to fuck safely, or teach them how to, you know, like, how to emotionally handle it, or anything. When it comes to alcohol, like, if you just tell people don't drink, or just say, oh, you can't drink until this age, well, they're gonna do it anyway. They're gonna drink not only before that age more irresponsibly, but after that age irresponsibly. You have to teach them, what does it mean to drink responsibly. And, like, I can do that. I can tell you right now, hey, if you're drinking beer, if you go over 3, things are probably going to get fucky. You know? Hey, if you don't want to get blackout drunk, limit how much you drink. Pay attention to the alcohol content of the beverage and your own limits. Experiment. Get into the groove of it. You know, I taught myself how to drink. I had a fridge full of Bud Lights, and I said, I drank one, you know, figured out, how do I feel? Okay. Then, like, later, I drank 2, 3. Okay, I understand. Oh, now I'm starting to tip over a certain point. Okay, maybe I'll limit myself. Maybe I won't drink this much, you know? Like, when you're drinking shots, like, don't mix your shots. Don't take shots of 5 different types of liquor, because they will counteract each other in your body, and it'll make you really fucking sick. Pick 1, maybe 2. Don't do a lot of shots. Shots are, if you've done more than 2 shots, be very careful for the rest of the night. You know, don't just throw back as many as you can. Don't let yourself get peer pressured into drinking more, because that makes you like a tough guy, because no matter what, if you try to drink as much as possible, it always ends the same way. There's no end game to drinking as much as possible. You're just going to black out. That will always be how this ends up. You know, I'm just saying, like, these are just random spatterings of advice, but, like, instead of telling kids, like, hey, don't drink, be like, hey, if you're going to drink, which I know you are, then here's some tips and pointers. Like, here's how to control yourself. Here's how to, you know, here's how to manage your drunkenness. Definitely don't drive. You know, don't do that. and the stupid goggles that they put on you. This is what it's like to drive drunk. No, it's not. Don't be unrealistic. Don't lie. Don't fucking try to trick me into not doing the thing you don't want me to do, because I understand. I know. I see through it. The second I have you've always got like a couple of kids in that class, 17-year-olds who are like, I've been drunk and it wasn't like this. And it's like, well, yeah, obviously. Now I can't take any of this fucking shit seriously. Fuck you, goddamn Wheel McLean Gold Oil. You don't get to talk over me. I'm the ranter in this hole. You son of a bitch, you godforsaken nincompoop, you fuck boy, you fuck. It's getting louder!